Hey guys, Carrixiff here with another review. This time I'll bring the WAP 09 Kamen Rider Wizard Land Dragon from Kamen Rider Wizard. This is the 9th entry in the Wizard Acting Complete series, and is the Wizard Dragon infused power-up to land style. Now the reason why I am skipping over WAP 08 is because that is Kamen Rider Beast, and I never liked how they released that in between Water Dragon and Land Dragon, and I just feel like for the sake of reviews, it'll just make more sense to put this after Water Dragon. And so that's what I'm going to do. So to start off, of course, we need to take a look at the figure itself. And so here we have the figure. Take a look at it up close. Once again, the first thing to point out is how the colors are inverted from land style, where the overcoat is now yellow, while the undersuit is black. Though the one thing to note here is that this is where the biggest discrepancy between the colors come. Of course, for all of the dragon forms, the lower coat part is made of flexible plastic. Problem is that for the hard plastic, their regular yellow color is this slightly orangish yellow, whereas for their soft plastic it's more of a bright yellow without that tinge of orange. So there is that kind of contrast that you see. And besides that, we have the same details with the Wizard Dragon being on the chest, the Wizard Rings, the Wizard Driver, and the rings on the hands, of course, with the one on the left hand being painted in bright gold. And like with the others, we'll bring in land style for comparison, starting with the head. For the square topaz here, we have it painted in a bright metallic gold, whereas it's just kind of a clear yellow plastic on the original. It is comparing it with the light up version. Again, this just kind of works better than the light, just because the light makes it too bright, and so you can't see much of the silver. Got a second squared topaz on the forehead, and they made sure that the gold used here is different from the more bronzish gold used for the fastener. You've got the dragon horns, the dragon snout down the nose. On the side of the head, these square shapes are filled in with topazes. The normal rings of the shoulders are now topaz rings, and once again in that square shape. And the chest design is different, so now instead of the layered rectangles, it's these three squares. Or more like three trapezoids, since they're four-figured shapes, but not all that same kind of even square shape. And once again, silver shin guards and inverted wrist cuffs. Articulation is standard. Ball joint head, though for mine it's a little bit on the tight side, but that is most likely quality control. 360 rotation at the shoulders. Arms go in and out. Single joint elbows. Bicep swivel. Wrist swivel, 2 finger joints. Waist swivel. Legs go forward and back, in and out. Bicep or thigh swivel. Single joint knees and ball joint ankles. So for the accessories, once again, you start out with the Wizard Sword Gun in the open sword mode and open gun mode. These are now done in clear yellow. And this is the only case where the modes of the dragon form match the modes of the style, since for land style it was the only one out of those original 4 to come with the painted and, well, the plastic and painted open gun mode and sword mode. And as with the others, you can wield either one in either hand. So for simplicity's sake, gonna show him with both. Like so. Then we have the Drago Claws. So naturally these are the basically shrunken down versions of the Wizard Dragon's claws. Though these ones are a little bit more stylized, as basically it's designed so that the more splayed out look of the actual dragon's claws are more closed in, to be kind of a little bit more similar to the claws of, a character like Marvel's Wolverine. It's done up in a dark metallic gray for the paint, while the base plastic is this orangey gold color. And see, these have both pegs and handles. And so, let's equip these to land dragon. So to equip the claws, which are technically fully called the Drago Hell Claws, but just for short I call them the Drago Claws, you want to take them, and first put one in each hand, just having him grip on the handle, like so, and then peg it into the arm. And then do the same for the other one. And there you go. These are definitely one of the easiest to equip, and definitely, probably, well, at least my favorite of them. As to me, I feel like these are the best of them for really getting good poses. It's because you have these claws to where it doesn't matter the way his fists are positioned, or that much if he can really bend his arms a lot, just because with the way they are, you can have them out at a lot of different positions, and because of their nature and just because of being these dynamic claws, they just kind of work. To where you can have them in a position where they're readied, or where he's slashing, or where he's kind of preparing to attack. And once again, if you want, you can use these to attack other figures. Again, certainly a pretty nice accessory. And I feel like these work the best in terms of color matching, just because the color used here for the claws is really quite similar to the color of the plastic used for the body, and generally just kind of complements the color scheme of Land Dragon. And for the final shot, here is Kamen Rider Wizard Land Dragon alongside Flame Dragon, Hurricane Dragon, and Water Dragon. And as you can see, they really do make an amazing quartet. Each one has its own distinct look to it. You can see that unique shape to each of them within their, just within the gems on the faces, within the gems on the shoulders, on the chest, and with the individual dragon parts. It means that each one has another thing that makes it really unique. But, as I'll show later, they can also be used by the other ones. Meaning that with this you really have a good reason to collect all four, so that you can gather up these dragon parts to use with the other ones, or just all on one. And it definitely has this kind of contrast as well, where because those colors that they have are more prominent, it makes them stand out more from each other. So really, it's the kind of thing where, like, I might even recommend just getting these over getting his regular styles, just because these have those same kind of accessories, and they have those same points of articulation, but they have this added gimmick of the dragon parts that really makes it a lot more enjoyable and makes them more fun to play with. And once again, for Land Dragon, like with these two, it hasn't necessarily figured out its counterpart, but that is once again web exclusive, and the proportions really are off. So once again, my recommendation is definitely to pick up this guy along with the others, just because it is a lot cheaper and you're getting a figure that's a lot more well proportioned to the show, and because they didn't have to put too much money into an overly complex gimmick, it means you're also getting a lot of nice painted detail as well, like all that silver and all that metallic gold, along with the other metallic colors on the other three figures. So, though of course I will be getting around to Beast, it's not yet time to unleash that caged lion. Instead, for the next video, it will be So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or share, and you can check me out on Facebook at facebook.com/KRX50, as well as my channel for more videos. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.